Hello everyone, it is midnight and I'm here to present to you the case of Netflix as a project in the e-commerce course by Mr. Thoan. Okay, thank you a lot, Mr. Thoan. This is the outline of my presentation. I'll talk to you about the introduction of Netflix, its development and achievement, its incoming challenge, and the prediction of its future. So let's get down to business. What is Netflix? As you can see here, Netflix is a member-based streaming video service that offers a number of television shows and films for its members. Netflix has a variety of sections, including comedy, drama, children, documentary, and original programming sections. Here is two of the most famous original series of Netflix, Daredevil and House of Cards. Here, you can see here is the Netflix development from 1997 from a company renting DVDs. So after 17 years, it has become the largest player in movie and TV series streaming market in the US, and by 2015 it has reached about 70 countries including Vietnam. So you can see the ambition of this giant company. It's very ambitious. Okay. Some numbers and figures of Netflix achievements for the past 17 years. It has reached 50 million subscribers, turned into a major pipeline to over 35 million internet users, and it is very famous for the terms Netflix and chill. It has been a cultural pattern not only in US but in North America, I mean US and Canada. Okay, despite the fact that Netflix is the number one distributor for online movies, so but it has to face some challenges, and I will present to you three challenges that this company has to deal with for the next years. Okay, the first is the rising cost. Here, the streaming content obligations rise from 3.9 billion in 2011 to 7.3 billion in 2013. So Netflix has to produce its own original movies like Beast of No Nation because the cost of buying famous movie like Avatar or Titanic is also costly, right? Rising cost is the number one. The risk of creating new content. Here, Netflix has tried to predict what new series its customers might be interested in with mixed results. Yeah, so you know that as I mentioned, Beast of No Nations or House of Cards and Stranger Things are some huge success original series of Netflix, but yeah, the risk of creating new content, some have become real losers like Lilyhammer, Hemlock Grove, and Bad Samaritans. So is very risky with to predict whether your customer like this kind of movie or that kind of movie, right? So this is the second risk that they have to face. The third obstacle is the strong competition from other brands. You can see here I list out four major competitors of Netflix: Amazon, Google, HBO, and Apple. About Amazon, so free streaming to Amazon for Prime customer, and Google. Google is, I think Google is the number one technology company in our generation at the present. So it has been creating long form for its video channel program with no cost for users. And HBO, the oldest and the most successful paying television service, to be honest, I prefer HBO to Netflix because I can watch HBO through cable TV. So that's it. And Apple, the leader in downloaded movies, you can see that these four competitors and also many other competitors out there are preparing to take the pie to, I don't know what to say, to let go Netflix, right? So this is the third risk, the third challenges that Netflix has to deal with in the upcoming years. Three things: rising costs, risk of creating new content, and strong competition. Okay, so this is the last part, the prediction of its future. Yeah, by the trend, we can see that the shares of Netflix is rising, and it will be more expensive to purchase, which also means that Netflix will keep developing, keep performing really well in 5 to 10 years. But it will be very easy to be intimidated by competitors. Yeah, you know that in Vietnam there are many unauthorized websites that post free videos and movies like Film 3S or hdviet.com. So in such countries like Vietnam where the intellectual property is not highly protected, it will be a strong competition and huge risk for Netflix if they want to be successful here. Okay, last but not least, it is the opportunity to challenge the cable TV industry. So as I mentioned in the last slide, HBO is a strong competitor that put a threat on Netflix, but in the other way, Netflix is also a challenger to HBO if they can grow and put one hand in the cable TV industry. It will be such an interesting competition. Let's just wait and see. Overall, I have to say Netflix is a role model for startup, and if any one of you want to be successful with your own startup, you may learn a lot of things from Netflix. Okay, so this is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope that from my analysis, some information will be helpful for your education and your work in the future. Thank you.